everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I wanted to discuss and share my thoughts with all of you about the shocking events that took place on the December 2nd, 2024 edition of Raw, involving Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Biggie Langston, and what this means for the future of the New Day going forward. So, this was supposed to be the celebration of the 10th anniversary of the New Day. They had been together for over a decade as a faction, and we knew going forward, leading up to the 10th anniversary, that something was going to happen. A heel turn was coming. Definitely a betrayal. They had been teasing it for quite a few months with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods constantly bickering and arguing and butting heads. So you knew going into this that somebody was definitely going to turn heel. Now, my money was always going to be Xavier Woods because he just has that look to him. He seems more like a natural heel than Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston, to me, comes across as more of a natural babyface. I couldn't really imagine him as a heel. And it's quite funny because when the New Day started, they were heels, but not nasty or horrible heels. You know, they were like these goofy, annoying heels shoving their positivity down the fans' throats with their horrible trombone playing. But over the course of time, the New Day got very over, very popular, and in time the fans embraced them. And this saw the return of Biggie Langston. This was the first time in almost 2 years since he was back on WWE TV, because the last time that we did see him was back in 2022 when he broke his neck during a match on SmackDown, and this ultimately ended his career. And he hasn't had any medical clearance since. And although he has had neck surgery and is healthy, the likelihood of Biggie Langston returning to the ring seems highly unlikely. And that was a huge part of this segment. And Biggie came out to quite a good pop. I fully expected a much bigger pop, but he still got a good reaction nonetheless. But I kind of expected it to be a little bit bigger, maybe because of the fact that everybody knew that he was coming. Maybe that's why the fans didn't exactly go crazy. I mean, he got a good reaction. The fans were chanting for him, but I think, in my opinion, had they kept his appearance a surprise, I think he would have probably have got a much bigger pop. That's just my opinion. So we saw Biggie Langston pretty much trying to play peacemaker between Kingston and Woods. Talked about how the New Day started, how they had each other, how they almost lost their jobs, and how Kingston was contemplating retirement. Very real stuff here. This wasn't just a storyline. You know, you could really feel the emotion in this promo, and they told some real truths. That wasn't just a shoot, that was legit. You know, these guys were almost out of the job. So, you know, to form the New Day essentially saved their careers and really put them over as a beloved trio. And you think about all the factions that have come through in WWE over the past decade. You know, the Shield, the Wyatt family. Yes, the Wyatt family are around now in a different form, but you know, you look at all the factions that have come through. You know, the New Day have been the most consistent and they have lasted the longest, which is a testament to how much these guys are loved by the fans. And Biggie Langston went on to say that, you know, You're my brothers. I love you. I'm going to be coming back every single week, cheering you both on, and I'm going to serve as your manager. And this is where things got really good. This for me was the moment that Kingston and Woods officially turned heel. They both turned around and said, "Oh, so now you want to come back? Why didn't you come back a long time ago? You broke your neck, so what?" Wow. And Kingston went on to say, "Well, Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his neck and he came back. Kurt Angle broke his neck and came back. Edge broke his neck and came back." I was quite amazed that Edge got name dropped because he's over in AEW, and I know there's some legal stuff that they have copyrighted Edge's name, so obviously Edge is in AEW and he can't use it now, so WWE own the rights to it. But I was still quite amazed that Edge got a name drop, so I thought that was quite cool. Kind of made things a little bit more real. And you broke your neck, but you chose not to come back. You chose your new girlfriend over us. You chose a desk job over us. Wow, pretty real stuff. And Kingston and Woods got the biggest boos ever. And you could see Big E, he looked like he was going to burst into tears. It was quite an emotional promo. And, you know, Big E was extending his arms out and said, "Look, we're brothers. We can fix this. Come on." And the two of them just didn't even look at him. Wow, unbelievable stuff. And as I said before, I knew a heel turn was coming. I thought what was going to happen was obviously Big E was going to be part of it. That was never any doubt. I thought what was going to happen. I thought Xavier Woods would be the one to pull the trigger, maybe hit Kofi Kingston over the head with the trombone, and obviously Big E can't take bumps because of his neck, which is fair enough, but they could have done something like that. I did not expect in my wildest dreams a double turn. Unbelievable. I did not expect to see Kingston and Woods both turn on Big E. Did not see that coming. I just thought it was going to be Woods. Some people said, "What about if it was Kingston? That would be quite a swerve." Yes, it probably would have been more interesting, but my money was on Woods. But I did not see a double turn coming. Very impressive. And Big E left the ring looking absolutely sad and upset. And Woods and Kingston are back on the same page, but as heels. So, you know, here we are thinking that Langston was coming in to play peacemaker and get these guys back on the same page. He did, but just not in the way we expected. So it looks like now Big E's out of the New Day. New Day are now heels. I can't see them calling themselves New Day anymore. I just can't see it. Who knows what name they're going to come up with, but Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston are now heels. This is an absolute brilliant move. This has really freshened up both of their personas and their on screen gimmicks. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen on the next edition of Raw. This is going to be really good. And these two have the potential to be massive heels as a duo. I can see it. This is going to be really good and very interesting. But wow, to turn on Big E. And it's such a shame that due to his neck injury, he can't step back in the ring because this could have been a handicap match. Maybe they could have built this up for Royal Rumble or WrestleMania or something. It's just such a shame. But wow, this was well executed. Did not see this coming. And anytime, have you noticed, anytime there's a celebration of friendship or something, there's always a turn. If you're going to turn heel, There's no better place to do it than at an anniversary or some big important day. It works, and it works really well. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What did you guys think of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods turning heel? Were you shocked? Did you expect a double turn? Was you expecting it to be one of the guys turning? Who was your money on? Xavier Woods or Kofi Kingston? And what's your thoughts on Kingston and Woods turning on Big E? Where do Kingston and Woods go from here? Are they still going to be called the New Day? Is the New Day finished? Or are they going to go out under another name? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below. And I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.